Hi, I'm Hilary Hungerford. I'm Associate Professor of Geography in the Department of Earth Science. And I'm here to talk to you today about SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation for All. To me, this is one of the most important SDGs we have. It's really critical and essential to all of human life. I've been working on these questions for about 20 years, mostly through my work in West Africa on environmental governance and urban issues around water. Actually, in the Department of Earth Science, we have a lot of projects that deal with water issues, both locally and around the world. So like I said, I do a lot of projects in West Africa where I look at how people access water, especially in urban areas, how water is managed, and even groundwater sources in urban areas. For example, a few years ago, I guess that was 2017, Dr. Eddie Cadet and myself, we took a group of 6 students to Senegal, 6 UVU students to Senegal, and we did a project on testing groundwater quality in a poor urban area outside of Dakar, the capital of Senegal. This was such a rewarding experience for both myself and Dr. Cadet and the students involved and the communities we worked with. So what we did while we were there was test groundwater sources for biological contaminants on site, and then we brought water back home to test for heavy metals. So this particular community we work in has really severe seasonal flooding issues and really severe sanitation problems. So a lot of people do have access to clean water in this particular community, but sanitation is a whole other story, and that's been a really important development in the SDGs over the past 5 years, is really thinking about how sanitation plays into the whole water access question. So in this community, we tested groundwater that people use maybe in times of scarcity of clean water, or we also tested kind of standing water basin flood catchment areas. And we found that there were a lot of biological contaminants that were really worrisome for the population. And it was really great. We worked with a local mayor and an environmental community group. So our research was really able to have an impact on somewhere in the world. And that was all graciously funded by UVU GEL grants. Our students were able to go present their research at national conferences through posters and presentations, and it was just such a fabulous thing. I'm still in touch with these partners, and we're planning to think about how we can go again and teach them some basic water filtration techniques, especially in rural areas that we also visited. So locally, there's also really important water issues that we think about in earth science. How Utah Lake can be a continuing asset for our communities and ensure that it's clean now and into the future. So sometimes it's easy to think about these SDGs as only affecting places far away, maybe like countries in Africa or communities in Asia, but really we have important issues at home too around water and sanitation. I have other colleagues here in the Department of Earth Science, like Dr. Zanazi or Dr. Wong, again, Dr. Cadet, Dr. Toke, all thinking about how climate change is going to impact our water resources here in Utah. We know that we're a really dry state, and we're only getting warmer, and rainfall is changing, precipitation is always kind of a question. So from the science side, they're studying kind of feedback mechanisms and water quality along local water sources. And then myself as a social scientist here, I'm looking into water conservation and how xeriscaping could potentially be an option, or what are some barriers to including water conservation more in our local area. So the Department of Earth Science has a lot of programs, both in our local area and around the world. Myself in Africa, but also colleagues go regularly to Mexico, and also even in Nepal, they've done some work on water quality stuff. So yeah, thanks for your interest in what we're doing here, and hopefully we impact the world and our local communities through our research and through training our student scientists.